So I definitely have to say the better aspects of this episode were definitely the Killua versus Shoots McMahon fight, as well as getting that ending, which what seems to be the king being born. While it was a very split second, it pushed everything so much more forward, because next episode, more than likely, we're going to finally see the king, and that is a big progression overall. And the Killua versus Shoot McMahon fight, that definitely showcased more of the internal struggle that Killua is going through with, you know, dealing with his demons from the past, everything his brother taught him, trying to fight off that, and at the same time, Shoot McMahon ain't no pushover either. He does have some formidable abilities, and he's a strong guy. So it gave a lot more into the character of Killua, the struggles, what he's going through, as well as just trying to overcome this guy that, you know, he's pretty freaking strong. The problem with the episode that I wasn't too fond of was the Gon versus Knuckle fight. While it was a good fight, two of the things about the particular fight that I wasn't fond of was, one, I feel like it was over-explaining the technique that Knuckle used. I literally felt exactly like Gon felt when we were getting all these numbers and these factors that are thrown into the ability. I felt like a simple explanation, maybe if you want to go a little bit more than a simple explanation is fine, but it was definitely over-explained, and it just kind of made it feel a little bit like, I don't need to know all this, Knuckle. Just, you know, go on with the fight. Give me a little bit and we can go. And that was one of my problems with the episode and the fight. And another part, I guess, that I had is I feel as though the fight with Gon and Knuckle kind of should have been settled already with this episode, because this is what, like, the third time we've seen them in action. Obviously, the prior ones were more training, but nonetheless, I feel as though, like, I hoped from this episode, at the very least, that particular fight would have been finished. But it feels as though the fight is kind of just now going to be a bit longer than I had hoped and what was kind of needed, because we've seen them in action, you know, a couple different times. So I was hoping that this would be it, deciding factor, and it kind of just went a bit longer than I think was needed. So we'll see in the next couple episodes where it will end. But overall, the Killua versus Shoot McMahon fight definitely was where it was at. I think that Killua, he's not a coward. I think that once he gets rid of these demons that is in his head with his brother Illumi, everything that he taught him, he will become a better character and everything. And it's just really a shame to see him struggling. Like, I don't want to abandon my friend. I don't want to be tossed aside from my friend. But what do? I can't get over these demons. And I can relate with the characters. Sometimes where there's things that you can't break out of, and as much as you want to keep going, you have these things pulling you back, and it's just like, what the hell do you do? So I understand the Killua character in that aspect, and just overall seeing that struggle that he's having was really where it was at. To be honest with you, if it was me, I think that a perfect moment for him to have finished the fight with Shoot McMahon was when the strings were breaking, when the yo-yos around his finger were breaking and whatnot, because I felt as though that was the moment where it was like the strings that Illumi held over him were breaking, like, you know, just like on a metaphorical aspect. I think that would have been kind of nice. But at the same time, Yoshihiro Togashi doesn't like to do cliche moments. We've seen it in the past. He just likes to throw a curveball, and it made more sense for Shoots McMahon not to go out that easy as well, because he was already a coward, and if he would have gotten beaten that easy by Killua, you know, one attack, then it would have seemed a little bit even more like, ugh. So it was good that Yoshihiro did it that way, but I think also it would have been a cool moment if he would have finished him like that, because it was like, it was a perfect symbolism. The strings are breaking. It's time for me to finish you off. The music was awesome at that point. Everything was like set, and it was just like, curveball. It was good, but at the same time, like, I would have loved for it to end like that right there at the end of the fight. So take the good with the bad, I guess. Overall episode, it was a good episode. I just really wasn't too fond of the whole Knuckle explanation thing. It took up a lot of time from the episode, and then the fight overall is just like, I want to see this fight finish within the next episode or so, because it's just like, we've gotten a lot of this going in Knuckle situation, and it's like, I think it's time for it to end. The Killua versus Shoot McMahon things is really just interesting right now, and we're getting to learn more about the character. And then the ending of the episode pushed everything forward. So overall, it was a good episode. 7.5 out of 10. It would have been a very good episode if just a lot of time wasn't focused on just these explanations. And Yoshihiro likes to give a very detailed explanation, and, you know, I'm all for that. But when it takes away from everything else, and even I'm feeling like the character Gon himself, that's when I felt it was a bit problematic. But still, good episode, not too bad. Hopefully next week we'll see more of the king. And I'm excited because the king is about to be born, and if judging from the royal servants and whatnot that have been helping, the power from them, the king is going to be out of this world. And I don't even know if going in Killua, this training that they've been doing, is going to mean shit when it comes to the time with the king. So we'll have to just wait and see. Let me know what you thought of the episode. The explanations regarding Gon's and Knuckles' fight, you know, the ability that Knuckle had, the over-explanation. Do you feel as though it was too much, too little? Did you care? Whatnot? Your thoughts on that? And this whole thing with Killua, do you feel as though like, for me personally, I could kind of relate with the character when he was going through the struggle of, like, trying to break over this habit, trying to get over this hump, but at the same time, it's so damn hard, and he also has this thing. Do you feel like you could relate with him, and do you think that you would call him a coward for that? I wouldn't call him a coward for that. I'd say that right now he's going through a tough time, and I hope he overcomes it. I really don't want to see him leave Golden Side. He's one of my favorite characters. He's an awesome character. We've got tons of development. So if he gets tossed aside, it would be a real big bummer. So what do you think about that? And your overall thoughts of the episode? I'd say it was a good episode, but hopefully we cut out less of these explanations and more so on, like, you know, just advancing the plot overall, because we started the fight, which pretty much it was just about to start the last episode, and it wasn't until the end of the episode that we got any type of development regarding the story with the king being born. So yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see some king, baby, because I'm ready for the king. My body is ready for the king, baby. Let's go. As always, people, have an awesome day.